Warning signs that a toilet flange is not anchored securely to the subfloor include any movement or play when the toilet is rocked, visible gaps between the flange and subfloor, or loose or missing fasteners. A solid flange should sit flush with the finished floor and never shift when the toilet is nudged. First, remove the toilet and inspect the flange for cracks, corrosion, or crushed sections where the wax ring sits. Replace the flange if any of those are present. If the flange is intact but moves, check the screws or bolts that secure it to the subfloor and replace them with longer corrosion-resistant screws driven into the joist or a new block of structural wood if the existing subfloor is damaged. When anchoring into plywood or oriented strand board, use stainless steel or brass screws at least 1.5 inches long so they penetrate the subfloor and bite into the framing or added blocking. If you cannot reach framing, cut a small access hole beside the flange and install a plywood or hardwood repair plate beneath the flange, then fasten through into that new blocking. Always ensure the flange sits at the correct height so the toilet horn mates with the trap and the wax or waxless seal will compress correctly without being overcompressed. Common mistakes include relying on short drywall screws that strip out of deteriorated subfloor, which will keep the flange loose and cause wobble. Remedy that by removing the old screws and using proper length corrosion-resistant screws into solid wood. Another issue is installing a flange above the finished floor without raising it to the correct height, which leads to a poor seal and leaks. Fix this by using a flange spacer kit or a flange extender and verify the flange face sits level with the finished floor. A third problem is reusing a damaged or cracked flange which hides hairline failures until a leak occurs. Replace the flange and, if the subfloor around it is soft or rotten, cut out and sister new plywood or blocking to restore solid anchoring. BigHomeProjects.com helps homeowners find local contractors for plumbing and flange repair and helps contractors find work by listing projects and leads. We host a discussion community where we and other members share practical repair tips and contractor recommendations.